I'd like to call the meeting to order. Could we please have a roll call?
Councilman Samaluka. Councilwoman Mazer.
Here.
Councilwoman D'Arminio.
Here.
Councilman Accomando.
Here.
Council President Camilleri.
Here. Please rise for a salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members 2016 and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during a meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by same may and have in the past sought legal redress through the courts. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not for the council.
Okay, right now we have more good things in Saddlebrook, some presentations from the mayor.
Thank you, Council President. Yes, we do have a few presentations tonight. The first being John Kovaleski from the Saddlebrook VFW Men's Auxiliary is here to present a few checks to the Saddlebrook Police Department, Saddlebrook Volunteer Fire Department, and the Saddlebrook Ambulance Corps. So, John, can you please come up?
Thank you, Mayor. Russ Bowen, our president of the Men's Auxiliary from Romaine Sininger Post, VFW 3484. It's going to say a few words. We have some checks to present.
Hello, everyone. As president of the Men's Auxiliary at the VFW Post, we would like to recognize all of the hard work, dedication, and commitment and valuable services that are provided to us by these organizations of Saddlebrook Fire Department, Police Department, and Ambulance Corps. We'd like to make a donation to each organization in the amount of $500 to continue their commitment and support to our community.
Chief Dickman and Assistant Chief Sloma, please come up. Captain Harry Reed from the Ambulance Corps as well. I'll accept on behalf of the police. Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Thank you for doing what you do. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, John and Russ. I'm sorry, Russ Bowen, I didn't mention you. But. Okay, at this time, I'm very proud to introduce head coach Adam Scarangella, assistant coaches Paul Branco and Jeff Scarangella of the Saddlebrook Recreation Lacrosse Program. Their team hosted and won the Battle of the Brook lacrosse tournament. And with the growth and expansion nationwide of lacrosse has really been incredible. And thanks to the great program that we have headed now by Vince Cirillo and formerly by, who's the commissioner, and formerly by Commissioner Manny Scarangella, they've really been able to keep the program, keep up with the progress nationwide, and really I think we're even ahead of the curve. So Vince, you want to come up, and Manny as well? Okay, come on up. Who wants to speak on behalf of the lacrosse program? Vince, you want to speak?
Yes. Well, first, our thanks to the mayor and council for our support and our rec directors as well. We're fortunate to have two now. and it's been helpful to us as a program, and to the township. This has been our 4th year hosting this program and hosting this tournament and running this program in a more regionalized basis, and we've had some success with it. As you see, it's our 2nd internal champion, and we've gotten great feedback from communities in other states, other towns, and we hope to continue that year after year in town. And our thanks again to the township and the council and mayor. I'd like to call up Adam and just say a few words about this team. When I first started in this program, this was the first group of young men I got the opportunity to coach. And to see them progress to this level is really, it's inspiring. Good young boys and becoming good young men, and very pleased with it and very proud of them. And another nice feedback is one of our internal starting people of the program with Adam and Jeff, they were able to come back and give back and help coach and be good mentors to the group. So I thank them, and I turn it over to Adam to give the presentation. Thank you.
I just want to recognize we have in the audience our recreation director, newly appointed recreation director, Andy Gallo. Andy, why don't you come up as well? Put him on the spot. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me, Mayor and Council. And it's a real pleasure for me being the rec director here in town. Look forward to just keep moving forward. And for these guys, congratulations. And other than that, good luck moving forward.
Yeah.
All right, so when I call your name, come on up, grab the plaque. Emilio Almonte. He's not here, right? Jadis De Jesus. Jake Phelan. Mark Pavick. Billy Thomas. Jake Bourbano. Teddy Nosh. Michael Leubel. Giovanni Reyes. Dante Guzman. David Moreno. Harry Massa. Matthew Branco. Ciro Russo. Jake Antonucci. Philip Anarine. Donnie Higgins. Ben Gidron. And Nolan DeRosa.
Thank you. A round of applause for all of
To the chair, Mayor. just want to say, for those who have been involved in recreation, as I have for a long time, we all know that when things change and the heads of departments and programs change, it's very tough. But what you're doing is you're taking over an already existing program. What Manny Scarangella did was something different, and that was start this program from scratch, which is a heck of a lot harder. So I give all the credit in the world to Manny, and I thank you for your help in bringing this program to where it is now.
I would just like to elaborate a little bit too. I still do coach, and I'd like to thank all the coaches, and it's just crazy. Adam, Jeffrey, Manny, great job, guys. The commissioners and everyone that's involved, and most important are all you guys, the players, your achievements that you've made. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Oh, sure, okay. We're gonna take a picture. Want to do it now? Quick? Can we do it quickly? And, okay.
Come on, boys out front, please.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Ben, come up front, bud. Miss Billy, pull.
Smiley's right here.
Barry, go over one more.
They don't get one.
Everybody got?
Okay, our last presentation. I just want to say, as the year comes to an end, I want to thank everyone that's been associated and participated in our 300th anniversary, everyone that organized the many events that took place and to commemorate our 300th years anniversary. Our most recent event was our anniversary gala, which took place on November 11th at the Crown Plaza Hotel. It was a packed house, and it was a really, really nice event. Everybody enjoyed themselves. We had U.S. Congressman Bill Pascrell, who was there, who presented the town with a congressional record, and State Senator Bob Gordon and Assemblyman Joe Lungana presented a joint resolution from the New Jersey Senate and Assembly congratulating the township on our 300 years. I have here both of those. This is the congressional record that we received from the U.S. Congress. And this is the resolution, the joint resolution from the State Senate and State Assembly. So I'm very proud of that. They came and gave us these at the 300th Gala. Also in front on the table, we received a plaque from St. Philip's, the Apostle Church, and one from the 300th Committee presented to the town. I want to thank our 300th anniversary chairman, Bob Kugler, our co-chairs, Councilwoman Flo Mazer and Lou Varelli, and really the entire 300th Committee for all their assistance that they gave running the gala and all the events. As a final tribute to our 300th anniversary celebration, we're going to assemble a time capsule which is going to be buried at our soon-to-be-constructed Tricentennial Park at Saddle River Road and Platt Avenue. And here to speak about that is one of our 300th anniversary members and also our township website and Facebook administrator, Joe Abiso.
Thank you, Mayor, Council, Saddlebrook residents. Yeah, I'm here tonight to talk about the time capsule, kind of the capping event for our 300th anniversary. Basically, you know, why? Why are we doing a time capsule? Well, we want to put something away for way into the future where future generations of Saddlebrookers can see what life and culture was like in 2016 when we celebrated our 300th anniversary. We want to show kind of what was happening then, stuff that may not make it into the history books, and things that, you know, maybe of interest to them. Besides, I think we want to give them something to do when they're, you know, 100 years or so from now, give them something to dig up. So, as the mayor said, we want to put this in the Tricentennial Park, which will be built on the corner of Platt and Saddle River Road. You know, we used to be a couple houses there. Now we'll make an excellent little park and help beautify the town. And we also want to pay tribute to people in this town who have contributed to this, you know, to this great event and to the town itself. When? Well, it depends on the construction of the park. We're hoping for maybe sometime in spring of 2017, but we will keep you posted on that. I've done some posts on Facebook and on Twitter, and we also have some information on the website, and there will be more forthcoming. Why am I here? I'm here to talk about getting items for this time capsule. It's open to all residents, anyone who wants to put in something into the time capsule. We want something, we don't want old things. We want something that represents life and culture in this year. Some examples would be things about the 2016 election here in Saddlebrook, all the way up to the national stage. Things like Pokemon Go, things like, you know, what happened, good things that happened this year, interesting things that happened this year, changes in technology, you know, what life was like here, right? Tax bills, as the mayor mentioned a little while ago. But those are the kind of items we're looking for, something that will tell the people of the future what we did day to day, what we experienced, and what we liked and didn't like, and that kind of thing. So, you know, we're looking for it. Now, this thing is 24 inches in diameter. It's a PVC pipe, and it's 4 feet long. So you can fit a fair amount of stuff in there, but we can't put any cars or anything really, really big in there. Maybe some matchbox or something. But we want something that depicts Saddlebrook and again, life in this part of America. What do you do with them? Okay, bring them to Town Hall here. We will look through them. I can't guarantee every single item will go in, but we'll do our best. You can donate it anonymously. You can donate it in your name, your family's name, in honor of someone or in memory of someone. That's fine. But I will be establishing an index of everything that goes in the capsule and keeping that on record so we know what's in there. If you have any questions, and there's bound to be some questions, you can always call me at any time. My number is 201-368-9355. You can reach me through the website, you can reach me by phone, you can reach me by text, however. What we want to do, again, is make this special, not just your run-of-the-mill, you know, stick something in the ground and hope somebody finds it down the road. We expect to have a monument of some sort, still working out the details on that, and we expect to, you know, for people will come to that little park occasionally and take a look at it. I'm going to also make a virtual time capsule on the website, have a page for the time capsule, and talk about, you know, how many more years it is to go, just for fun. We'll have a little countdown clock, but also some other information on what's in there, you know, why we did it and so forth. I can't guarantee the website will be there in 100 years because I'm pretty sure I'm going to stop managing it at some point. So, but again, this is really more, you know, it's partly for fun, but it's partly also to preserve our heritage and show future generations that we were here, we did stuff, and we should be remembered. One of the things I definitely want to remember in this time capsule, and I mentioned, is our former historian, Jack Wasdyke. He's the one that inspired me to keep on going this. Unfortunately, Jack passed away in 2015. He, you know, would love to have done this. He was on the original committee as a chair for the 300th anniversary, so we want him, you know, I definitely want him mentioned in there because he wrote the book, the history book of Saddlebrook. Hopefully you've all read it. And he has really left behind a great collection of articles about local history that are on the website. Just go to the Historical Society page on the website, you'll see links to all the articles. At this point, basically, I just want to ask your help to, you know, make your mark, and donate something to the time capsule. Does anyone have any questions about it? Okay. I thank you for your time. I hope you come up with something cool and interesting, and and we'll make this a time capsule that many, many, many years from now, people will open and say, "Wow, these guys knew what they were doing." Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, now I will entertain a motion to open the meeting up to the public.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer? Councilwoman DiRomeo?
Yes.
Councilman Alcomondo?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes, the meeting is now open to the public. Anybody wishing to speak, please come forward, state your name and address.
Not me, I'm just turning
The mayor wants to come.
Okay. Larry Tychek, 92 Claremont. First of all, I'd like to start out by congratulating our three winners, Joe, Flo, and Andrew, on your reelection. And
Thank you,
like I say, I hope we work all together and go for the right of Saddlebrook. Okay, on the assessment that we're doing now, are we almost done with that, or are we done with it? The reval or the reassessment? No,
It's
we're
not
done.
complete yet, by
Okay.
February.
Okay, a lot of
2017.
questions, like, what happens if you don't let them into your house? What is the penalty, or what is the, like, I know they come around 3 times, they put a sticker on your door, but
Yeah, I
after the 3rd time, what happens when you don't let them in? Go ahead.
Through the chair, I asked them that question.
Right.
I called them, because they left a note on my door. They will assess you at the highest value.
The highest value of what, though? The only thing they
Based
can
on-
go
based
by,
on your
Square
area.
footage.
right, is what they have on their board, their little board, their iPad, or whatever they come around with. If you redid 3 bathrooms and redid the kitchen and everything else, they have no knowledge of that, because they're not inside your house.
No, if you got a permit for it, they do have knowledge.
Right, but the people that aren't letting them in are the people who did things with no permit. And that's the reason why they're keeping them out of the house. If you did your basement
Well,
and
they're
stuff
gonna
like
get
that.
assessed at the higher
So
rate.
really, we're not really catching, people that have permits already, we know what's in the house. We know the value of the house, we know the value of the addition that they did or whatever like that. It's the people that did things illegally that we have no knowledge of, and we're not gonna get any money off of it. And that's the money that we're looking to collect. We're not looking, all the people that have their books wide open, we don't care. There we go, we see their books, we see their house, you walk through their house, everything is fine. Everything checks out fine. It's the ones that did the illegal stuff that we're not getting anything out of this. And that's what we were after.
Well, just to comment on that real quick, Larry, I think like Todd hits the nail on the head. I do believe the company, let's face it, everybody's got a kitchen.
Right.
And they know how many bathrooms are in the house. So
Right.
I think what Todd is trying to explain, I think it makes logical sense, is if you don't let them in the house, the company is going to assess you for the most expensive kitchen, the most expensive bathroom, you know? So
I
think
don't think that would hold water, because if you didn't do your kitchen, or you didn't do, how do you know what I did? If I did 2 of the 3
You
bathrooms.
don't, but I think that's what he's
in my
trying to
house.
explain, that if you, it's to your benefit to let them into your house and see. If you didn't remodel your kitchen.
Well, we'll have to see when that comes down, because, say like if you did a kitchen and didn't let them in your house. So that guy's gonna go down the list and say, okay, 3 new bathrooms, 1 new kitchen, 1 new basement.
Well, I wish
He doesn't
was-
know what you did.
Yeah, I wish he was here to elaborate on it, but I
Right.
think what.
But I
Todd
don't, I'm
is-
telling you, I don't think that there's any penalty or any penalty that will hold water. Because what are you gonna do? Go right down the list and say 3 bathrooms, a kitchen, new basement, new this? You don't know what he has.
But then again, when they go to sell that house,
That's when you'll get them, when they go to sell it. But right now, if you don't sell the house within these next 5 years, while we're having this assessment, we're not gaining anything,
they'll be in here for appeal.
Huh?
That same person that's trying to beat the system,
right?
coming and trying to appeal his taxes.
Well, I don't think that they're gonna max everybody out, because you'll be in court for your, the rest of your life with people that don't let, there's a lot of people that didn't let them in, a lot of people. A lot of people did not let them in.
Well, getting back to that, I think
And there
it's to
really
your
is, I don't
advantage
think
if
there's
you
no
let 'em in.
penalty. I don't think there's no penalty. That'll hold water. You might want to put the penalty on them, but I don't think there's a penalty that'll hold water.
Through the chair.
Like I say, suppose I had my house, everything was legit, and I just said, you know what, you're not coming in. And now you take me to the max, and I take you to court. You look kind of silly, because I didn't do anything in my house. I just didn't let you in.
What would your reasoning be for that?
I just didn't want you in my house. But you just can't take me to the max, especially if I didn't do anything. I mean, look at the money we're gonna spend fighting the people that are gonna do that.
So what you're saying is you're not letting anyone in your house?
No, I let them in. I got
Oh,
nothing
you
wrong with
did?
my
All
house.
right. So.
Right, but
I'm
I mean,
letting
there
them in,
are
too.
a lot of people that are not letting them in.
I think that's gonna be the exception, though.
I hope
not
so.
the rule.
I hope so. Now, commercial buildings, we are or we're not going into?
Excuse me?
Commercial buildings, are we going into them or are we not going into them?
The
Go ahead.
entire town.
Yes.
Huh?
The entire town,
Yes, the
commercial and
entire-
residential.
We're going into all the commercials, Park 80,
Yes.
all of
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Okay, so like I say, that should be good for us also. Now, the only thing I wanted to, the guy here Tuesday was here, that guy John for the senior housing, and I know we put a deadline on him for December 31st. I was sitting there, as far as I was concerned, he didn't come with anything. He like came to a card game with no money.
Through the chair.
Can't sit in.
Actually, he called me today.
He what?
He called today.
Right.
And he gave us 3 packets for 3 different fundings.
Right?
And today, $850,000 was confirmed that we will get from the New York. There were 3.
Right?
Monarch, State of New Jersey, and Sussex Bank. Today, New York Bank was funded for the housing in $850,000. By
So-
December 8th, the State of New Jersey is going to hopefully award $1 million, and then 2.1 from Sussex Bank, which we do have a proposal, but not the commitment yet. Each one has to be put into place. By the end of the month, we should have it all together.
Now, are we gonna stay firm if it's not in place by December 31st? We're moving on?
Well, the lease expires on December 31st.
But I'm asking you, you have to have funding for $4 million. If we don't have the guarantee, what are we doing?
Well, we have to wait until we see if this funding, we got the 8th.
That's what I'm
that
saying, till
something's coming in.
December 31st is gonna come. What is the council's action? Are they gonna say, we're moving on, the lease is expired, or we're extending the lease while we wait more for funding?
Well,
or
you're
what-
asking us to do we have to wait and see what the answer is by the 31st. If the funding is all in place, we
All right,
are
let me
going
ask, no, you won't
forward.
extend it, obviously, you won't extend
Exactly.
it.
Well, you're asking, what are we going to do?
Okay, if it's not in place, are you gonna go
Well,
move
if it's
on?
not in place, we have to think of an alternative, yes.
Well, are we moving on, or are we gonna think of an alternative and give it
Well,
another
we're not there
extension?
yet to answer the question.
We're
You're
not there
asking
yet,
us to-
okay.
No, we're not there
We're
yet.
not there yet, but like I say, when we get there,
But we're
we
not
should,
there,
we
so
should,
we
we should
can't-
be ready with our move, whether
Well-
we're moving on or we're
Well,
extending.
I think there's a lot of legal moves that have to take place. Am I correct? Our attorney, so there's a lot of things. that
All
have
right,
to
so
be
what if
put
the
into
funding
place,
is
Larry.
in
We
place,
just-
what are we looking at? A ballpark starting, when do we plan on starting this
Well,
project?
I thought you were here when the guy was here. We were thinking of starting what, spring, correct?
Spring, right, but, you know, he says things at meetings and then
Well,
comes
I
back
was a
months
little-
later
We were
and
all a
says-
little taken back. I
Okay,
thought we were
we're
starting
all,
in the
okay,
fall.
as long as we're all, now, on that building there, I have some tax paperwork that I'll pass out to you, and I just want to go over that building. Just pass that out. Sure. Since, I believe it's 2009, when the old Bells owned it, okay? When the old Bells owned it, I'll wait till you get your paperwork. The property and building was worth $3 million. Okay? We were collecting $65,000 taxes, 64 and change. Okay? For 2009, 2010, 2011. Then in 2012, a tax appeal was done. Stay in the first column with me. You see where the letters say LIT? Land Improvement Total. Okay? In 2012. How do you take a building from $2.4 million and drop it to 0? What kind of tax appeal was that? I'd like that one done on my house. Do you see that?
My understanding was that was That was an order of the judge, who found that the building itself had zero, actually less than zero value. It's my understanding.
But I'm saying, this is how we get beat up on tax appeals. No building goes from $2.4 million to zero. No building. I don't care if
Larry,
it goes on
disagree with
fire.
that, and I can give you an example. I mean,
Go ahead.
Here's an extreme example of some of these buildings in New York City where the repairs are more than the building is worth, so that
Right.
people just walk away from them.
That
They
wasn't
have a
the-
negative.
That
value.
wasn't the case there. no.
Well, I'm just saying,
That wasn't
there
the
are
case.
situations.
So then, the following year, the building gained. They valued it at $100. So it went from 0 to 100. What did they do? Put a shingle on the roof to give it a $100 value? And then the taxes went, like I say, from $64,000 to $21,000. Okay? Look at the decrease in land. 934,000 down to 820. I mean, something has to be checked on these things because, to me, they're phony. No, like I say, I don't care where you check in town or other town. No building goes, show me another building that goes from 2.4 to 0. It's impossible.
It's not.
And the building doesn't have zero value. The building is still being used
That was
by
the
the
finding
county.
of the judge, though. That wasn't our finding, it wasn't our tax.
No,
collector's
but
finding.
I
That was
mean,
the finding of a judge.
We
after
could
the
have,
court
like I
case.
say, when we were fighting them tax appeals with that crew, the last time, Mulestack and all of them, this is the kind of stuff that was pulled off. And everybody sat there and didn't say anything.
But I don't think that was a settlement. That was an actual finding of the judge.
Well, whatever it is, it's not, there should have been some resistance put up by the town to take a $45,000 hit on one building like that. Like I say, just look at the years that we own it, the money that we lost. Even, like I say, if we were getting $20,000 a year, but we should have been getting $60,000 a year. And we're not. And this is the stuff that's done
See,
in
I
town.
don't mean to interrupt you
Go ahead.
either, Larry, and I'm trying to figure this all out in
Go
my
ahead.
own head, but didn't that building, it used to be a nursing home,
Right,
correct?
right.
And then when did it go defunct? When it wasn't a nursing home, so there was nothing being operated in
Yeah, but
there.
it's still for sale, it's still saleable. It's
Right,
still-
I mean, but wouldn't
it's
the
still
value
usable.
drop, common sense, if it was like a business that's up
Not,
and
not from
running?
2.4 to 0.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
not-
care if you take $1 million off of it. Take $1 million off of it, we'll still collect taxes at 1.4. It doesn't go from 2.4 to 0 overnight.
But it did.
I know
I'm
it
saying
did, but I'm
doesn't.
saying that
That
it's.
was the judge's
it-
finding.
it-
That
Someone
had-
should have
it
been
had
watching
it
it
had a negative
to say
value.
that it didn't have a
It was
negative
worth
value.
nothing, and
Andrew.
anybody who
It
would go
doesn't
in
have a
there
negative
would have had to
value.
knock it down.
It doesn't have a negative value.
It's a ghost building. I mean,
Right.
it's an abandoned building.
But it was used up until the day before this tax appeal was made.
Oh, I don't believe that. I don't think so.
But like I say, the building is maintained. It's a brick structure. It doesn't have zero value. It doesn't, if it was burned or knocked down or a bomb went off in it, it doesn't. It still looks nice, it's still maintained. The landscaping, the guy still does the landscaping work. The town does it now, but Obel maintained it for years, for years. And then there was other properties that came along with that, that we acquired. Pete, right? On the
Yes.
back road, that should boost the value even higher. That wasn't even part of that thing. I think there's 3 pieces of property now tied into that one. Right?
Okay, well, we own
One on
that
Caldwell?
now, correct?
We own everything
Okay,
now, right, we own. So we're,
what point is? are we
we're
making?
collecting 0 on it. So
But
we
we
have to
own it
make a
now.
move and do something. I know,
Right.
but we have to make a move and do
Well,
something on it.
That is what we're doing, collecting.
I hope so, but like I said, it's taken a long time to do it. And look at the revenue that was lost. And this is why we're in trouble with our taxes. Things like this that happen. And you know what, if we were gonna make a move on this, 1-2 years, get in, get out, and you're done. We're sitting on it almost 5 years.
Well,
We're sitting
hopefully
too
we're
long.
gonna be
Hopefully
moving on
it ends, but this is what happens to us. This is what happens. We buy something, it sits there. Russell Lane, we have it, it's sitting there. It's not doing anything for us. And like I say, we had that area designated. I know we went through this about senior housing. That's a better location, whatever. Fine, if it is, let's go. Let's do it. But don't take 5 years to do something. Projects don't work like that.
I can tell you that we all went to the League of Municipalities, and we all took different classes, and I did take one on affordable housing and COA and all that kind of stuff. And there were people there who One was from the public sector, one was from a private sector who do these special needs housing, senior housing, all kinds of housing. They said the minimum is 2 to 3 years, but the average is 4 to 6 years to get these things built. So it takes a long time, no doubt. We wish it was done years ago. But I heard that, and because as soon as I went there and they started talking about this, I said, we've got the same situation in Saddlebrook. But she did say, and one of these people that does this for a living, and it was acknowledged by the other experts up there, both lawyers and other people who are in the business of doing this, that it's not unusual for it to be a 4 to 6 year project to get these things off the ground. So would we have liked to have done it 2 or 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, or?
Right, but we didn't
immediately?
know that.
But
We
it's
didn't know
not-
that going in.
It's not
If they would have
crazy.
told us going in, we would have been prepared for it. They didn't tell us. We thought it was gonna be one. We jammed meetings, special meetings. Like I say, I'd like to know what the cost of the special meetings were. The planning board meetings, the council meetings, and everything else with the professionals, just to purchase that building before the December deadline. And like I say, I don't think we would have lost the COA money. I know they threatened to take it, but I don't think we would have lost it. And we rushed to do everything and jammed it in like we always do, and we're waiting 5 years now. So, like I said, hopefully December 31st, we can make a decision one way or the other and do something with that property.
We do have a December 29th meeting, or a wrap-up meeting. And
So
by
we
that
should
time,
know,
we
have our
should have a
decision,
better idea of
and-
where we're
and
going,
like I say-
because he did say, there was a letter that said, I think it was dated November 17th or something, and said they would know in 2 weeks, which is today, and today it came
Which is the
through.
one answer today.
Yes.
And the next one is the 8th. And then, so by the 29th, we should have
We
it.
should have a very good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Anyone else wishing to come up and speak? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close.
Motion.
Roll call?
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DiArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes. Okay, we're going to move along now to our mayor and council comments. Mayor?
Thank you, Council President. We had our tree lighting ceremony and holiday party on Friday, November 25th. I want to thank the Saddlebrook High School Middle School Band, especially led by Mr. Frank Ortega, our police department, fire department, ambulance corps, DPW, Mayor's Youth Group, the Saddlebrook Women's Club, Joe Shilp and Barbara Caldiero, my secretary Christine Januario, our projects and activities chairwoman Shannon Accomando, and Councilwoman Karen Darminia, who's also the liaison to the Projects and Activities Committee. They do a fantastic job making this event and all the events that we have throughout the year fun and memorable for everyone. And I'm a very strong believer in these events. I feel that they bring us closer together as a community, and they build town spirit and pride, and I'm very much in favor of it. And we get so many compliments from the residents about it, and I just want to continue doing that because it is a very good thing for the town. We have our holiday decorating contest. Registration started today, and it ends on December 20th. Judging will begin, will be on Wednesday, December 21st. We had the ambulance corps, Captain Harry Reed, in here on Tuesday at our work session, along with Bill Murgo. I don't know what his title is, but they were here requesting bonding to purchase a new ambulance and equipment. Well, they weren't really requesting bonding, they were requesting assistance because they need a new ambulance and equipment. It's very important that we help them provide them with the necessary tools and equipment to do their job. They're strictly a volunteer organization. We owe these volunteers, in my mind, I think everybody up here agrees, a real debt of gratitude, because for the thousands of hours that they put in providing medical care and other assistance to those in need in the town, they keep the town safe. So we owe them big time. And all, to me, really, having them there, being volunteers, is a huge savings to the town compared to the cost, what it would be like if we had to have a paid service. So, we benefit from the town, from them from both them and the fire department as well, volunteer organizations. And, you know, I ask all the residents, please, I implore you, if you can, please be as supportive as you can to the ambulance and the fire department when they do their annual fund drives. Because all those funds go to defray their operating expenses, and they do a fabulous job, and we do really need them here in town. On another note, the 2017 budget, we've requested the budgets from department heads, and they should be submitted by tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow.
Hopefully. Fire chief's in the audience. And
Tomorrow, Chief.
so tomorrow, and we'll be, you know, preparing the budget and sitting down with all the department heads. We're having meetings to discuss their budgets. Public Service has hired a subcontractor to install underground wiring and facilities on President Street. They started the work this week, and they're working between 2nd and 7th Street. They should be completed sometime in January. The good thing about this is when we passed that ordinance last year, that they have to pave curb to curb, so we're going to get President Street paved from 2nd to 7th. That should be sometime early in the spring, so another road will be, or the majority of that road will be paved. I'm also in favor, I've discussed it at a few meetings, in going forward with a proposed ordinance requiring a permit for using a crane to cut down trees in town. It's a safety concern, and to me, it's important to assure that these cranes are properly inspected and insured, and the operators have the required license as per state laws and regulations. I'm going to have Anthony Suarez, our township attorney, draw something up on that. Also, Town Attorney Suarez is reviewing our recreation policies and procedures, which were written by Recreation Director Andy Gallo, and I'm hoping that we can submit them to the council members shortly, hopefully maybe before our reorg in January. So that's something that I think really needs to be done. We need to have something codified so that every rec sport goes by the same policies and procedures. I also have with me a magnet here. It says, "Never give up, Saddlebrook, New Jersey." These magnets are on sale. The town is selling them. It's a car magnet for $3 each. You can purchase them here at Town Hall. All the profits are used to support local charities or residents in need. And currently, we're selling them, and the profits are going to the family of David Guerra. He's a high school student soccer player that was recently diagnosed with leukemia. So hopefully we can, you know, could contribute something to him through these magnets. Okay, I recall, as Karen had said, I received a call today also from John Bialy of the Bergen County Housing and Development. He said he was here at our Tuesday work session, and he had mentioned that everything seems to be falling into place. And true to his word, you know, regarding his update, he did receive a call today from the Federal Home Loan Bank that $850,000 they're going to finance. They were awarded that loan towards our senior housing project. And he explained to me that this loan is really the linchpin that's putting together all the other financing. So it's very positive. And you know, regarding this whole issue with the senior housing, I don't know, Larry, I have a little bit of a different outlook on it. I know we've waited a long time for it, but you know what? With what's been happening now in the fact that we're starting to make progress, we're starting to have cause for some optimism. You know, they just got this award for the $850,000. I don't know, I want to see this project come to fruition. We've been waiting so long, and I truly believe it's going to happen. I do. I'm hoping that, you know, everything goes smoothly and all the other funding comes in by the end of the year. But I'll be honest, you know, I don't have a vote, but if they have 3/4 of it and they're waiting on something else, I'd vote yes. We've been waiting 5 years. I want this. I think our seniors deserve this. So, you know, that's my feeling on it. Other people may differ. I know it's been, you know, it's been a long wait, and it's been aggravating sometimes because it has been so long. And some of it falls out of our control. But I'm optimistic, and I feel good about it. finally, I just want to wish everybody a happy, healthy holiday and New Year. I'm looking forward to working with this council again next year for the good of the town, and I really feel that we have a promising new year coming ahead of us. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Todd?
I just, with the holiday party and the tree lighting, I just say, every event just gets better and better, and the amount of people that come out and volunteer, it's heartwarming. It's great, like you said, to bring the community back. It's nice to see everybody get together for the good. So I'd like to thank everybody that did show up for that and did participate. We had a lot of volunteers. I can't name everybody, but Karen, thank you very much. My wife, thank you. Christine, thank you very much. I don't know, other than that, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
That's it? Thank you, Todd. Karen?
Well, yeah, I wanted to touch on the holiday party too. The mayor has said everybody that participated. I'd like to thank them also. I did, at the end of the evening, thank on the video, and I forgot Christine, the mayor's secretary, who really does a good job and helps us along. And also, I forgot to thank Santa and Mrs. Santa. And they did a wonderful job, Joe Schlepp and Barbara Caldiero. So the DPW and everybody that they have said, thank you for making it a success. Just to touch on also what the mayor said about the senior housing, yes, I am very optimistic today. When I got the call, I was like really excited. And he did say that this one was a big one, and the next two should just fall into place. So I'd really like to see the housing too, because our seniors are really looking forward to it. So, and it's in a great place for them. Congratulations to all the boys that were here from the lacrosse team, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. I would just like to comment too, our town, really is a good little town. And again, the Christmas tree lighting, the Christmas party, they are great events for people to come together and talk and have a good time. And they were very well done. Thank you to everybody who was involved with them. It takes a lot of time, a lot of coordination, and a lot of work, and they need to be thanked. The lacrosse team that was in here too, those are good things that do happen in our town with our youth, and sooner or later our youth become adults. And some of them, as you even saw tonight again, they step up to the plate and they give back to our community. We have a very good community here. John Kowalski giving checks out to our ambulance corps, our fire department, and those are all nice things that do take place here in town. I'm looking forward to 4 more years of progress here. Me too. I am looking forward to getting the senior housing project off the ground. I think the cards are finally falling into place now, and we have waited a long time. It is overdue. And I would just like to say Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, and I think we'll see you again before the new year. Thank you.
Okay. As everyone also said, I too would like to congratulate the lacrosse team, the coaches, the dedicated parents. We're a small town, but we're full of pride, and it's amazing how our teams always manage to come out with a championship. I'd also like to thank our community projects. I know in the early 90s when it first started, I was on that committee, and it has grown immensely, and it gets, like Todd said, every year something is added, gets better and better. Awesome job. And as also the mayor had said about our volunteer ambulance corps, yes, we just ask that if you could please be mindful of them when they're going door to door, because we are one of the few towns that do not charge, and they save us a ton of money by being volunteer. And that you're confident when you need them. The same with the fire department, of course. When you need them, they're there. Please be mindful and try to give when you can. And all our professionals who make our town run smoothly. Proud to be you guys to be part of our team. you make us look good. And I'd like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year.
Thank you, Flo. You're up, Andrew.
The mayor had indicated that PSE&G will be paving curb to curb from 2nd Street to 7th Street on President Street. We have had numerous conversations, going back 3 years. And I have been a strong adherent and proponent of putting speed tables on President Street. I know a prior makeup of the council didn't agree with me and put a number of stop signs up. Those stop signs were then taken down. Now we're left with, I think, one of them. But I think that this is a good time to really get moving on this. And if they're going to pave up to 7th Street, I think that's where we talked about possibly having the speed table. So if it's going to be just before the intersection, we don't want to be paving and then putting up, having to rip stuff out to put up a speed hump or a speed table, whatever word you're going to use. So I'm going to ask Rick, he's here, filling in for Tom, but I know that Tom's report on Tuesday was that we wanted to first do a speed study on that street. Unfortunately, the equipment malfunctioned. Now it's apparently working again. But if they're going to be paving this in January, Pete? Or May?
Spring.
Spring, okay. No paving in January. But I'm saying, if it's spring, we've got some time, but I hate to do something and then rip it up to do something again. So we've got a couple of months. Like I said, I've been on this for years, and talk about senior housing, how long it's taken. This is a stupid speed table, and it's taken 3 years. So I don't understand what the issue is, and I've said it over and over again. Somebody talk to the people in North Arlington. They have a ton of them. They have the hills. I went there. Mike Calderon, the DPW superintendent, went there. It works there. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't work here, but I'm leaving it to you guys to really get it done before they do that. Seems like the perfect opportunity. It can be done in conjunction with them. Again, it should be done when they're doing their paving. So this way we don't put it down and then they pave over, or they've got to take it up, or vice versa, where they pave and then we've got to rip up their paving to put these things in. So that's what I'm asking. All 6 of your elected officials up here did go to the League of Municipalities in Atlantic City. It's not all fun and games. We did attend conferences and got a lot of information, but one of the main things that we did was each and every one of us attended a presentation by the Joint Insurance Fund, which insures the town, and it's a collective insurance company. They cover a number of towns within the state, and because we did attend that, our premium will be reduced by $1,500. It's $250 a person for whatever it was, an hour and a half seminar. So we were doing work for you down there also. I just want to dispel a rumor about the senior housing. I've heard it. It's a little upsetting, and there was a rumor that Flo Mazer was delaying this just so she can reach the age where she can go in senior housing. It's totally not true, because she's well beyond that age anyway. So just dispel that rumor. A little levity. You got to do it. Got to do it. I think I'm a hard ass, but I'm not. Just for you, for the people out there, we're going to have another meeting on December 29th. It's going to be here at this room at 7 o'clock. And then we're going to have our reorg meeting on January 3rd. That's going to be at the Senior Center. We expect, usually there's a larger crowd for that. That'll also be at 7 o'clock. So everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. All right, we'll be moving along to our ordinances now.
The first reading of ordinance number 1617-16, which is a bond ordinance providing for various 2016 sewer improvements by and in the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, appropriating $300,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $285,714 in bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof.
Motion.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri.
Yes.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the bond ordinance providing for various 2016 sewer improvements by and in the Township of Saddlebrook in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, appropriating $300,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $285,714 in bonds or notes to finance part of the cost thereof, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on December 29, 2016, at 7 o'clock p.m., or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Building, 93 Market Street, and that at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes.
Ordinance 2 on the agenda is ordinance number 1618-16, an ordinance to allow for the vacation of Rosemont Avenue in the Township of Saddlebrook.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that an ordinance to allow for the vacation of Rosemont Avenue in the Township of Saddlebrook heretofore passed on first reading be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on December 29, 2016, at 7 o'clock p.m., or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the Municipal Building, 93 Market Street, and that at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes.
Through the chair, Pete, you're going to go into consent agenda? I just had a question. I don't really need it pulled if I can get an answer. It's regarding number 9. My math skills might not be great, but I'm just trying to figure out. This is the one for the contract with the change order?
Right, a reduction.
Yeah, under the resolution, it starts with the $1,045,000. It's decreasing by $72.50, and then it adjusts to $1,054,000, which is an increase. Is that because there were 2 change orders
There were
that
2 and
jumped it up by
3, I believe
$16,000?
so.
Okay,
The engineer prepared
That's right, that's
the
what I
resolution, so
All right.
I know they accumulate each change order,
okay.
adds or
So
subtracts.
overall, there'll still be an increase even,
With the
but it's a
decrease,
minimal
yes.
increase because of this decrease. All right,
Yes.
I don't need it pulled then.
Okay. All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or member so requests it, in which case the items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence, reports, and approval of minutes and applications. Resolution number 12 will be voted on separately.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes.
Resolution number 12 is to authorize the hiring of special counsel, not to exceed $5,000.
Council President, there's possible conflict, so I'm going to recuse myself.
Okay.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Just let the record reflect that Councilman Mazer stepped off the dais.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer has left the room and is reclusing herself. Councilwoman DeArminio?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes. Bring her back, Andrew.
She liked this up.
All right, we'll try to lump sum this together, Mayor. If you have any old or new business, want to just go around and cover everything?
I just want to also congratulate the lacrosse team. I forgot to do that.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Todd, anything to add, or old, new?
I did the same thing. I forgot to congratulate the lacrosse team, the coaches, the commissioners, and the parents. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Kara, anything?
I'm good.
I'm kind of good, too. I was going to put another little joke in there, Andrew, where, aren't you older than Flo?
Yes.
But I'm not going to go there, so I'll let Flo battle that out.
Take the name off the board on Friday?
That's all right. Sloan got like 500 votes more than him, but other than that, hey,
We're going to put Andrew in the time capsule.
There you
there
go.
you go. Thank you.
Okay, seriously.
Seriously.
Flo, anything?
Yeah, in closing, it's been a privilege to be part of the 300-year anniversary. Really, it's been a fun year, and look forward to finishing up with the park. And that's it. And no, Andrew has nothing else to say.
Thank you.
No,
Dare we
he's
give
done.
Andrew the microphone again?
I was actually going to say, if I didn't say it the last time, and I think I did, but congratulations to everyone who won, and condolences, and good job to everyone who ran and didn't make it. It's good to run and win. It's very hard to run and lose. So, you know, I give kudos to everyone who gave it a shot, whether they won or lost. It's been a pleasure serving with my four council members and the mayor, and I look forward to another couple of years of doing the right thing for the Township of Saddlebrook. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. I want to just entertain a motion, open the meeting once more to the public
Motion.
for agenda items only.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The meeting is now open to agenda items only. Anyone wishing to speak, please come forward. State your name and address. Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is now closed.
That's a wrap.
Entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Councilwoman D'Arminio?
Yes.
Councilman Aquilano?
Yes.
Council President Camilleri?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.